We're recording.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh.
I'll edit it out.
Or will I? I'm ready to whine. That's not a good sign.
Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I assume you're coming back because...
Why not?
Yeah, like, hello. And
Obviously.
I don't really get many new viewers, so hello, my 41 subscribers. Are you subscribed?
You know the exact number?
Yeah, I do. I keep track of it. When I lose a subscriber, I get really
Of course I'm a subscriber. Of course I am.
Are you? So today marks halfway through June. I don't really know the exact date, but I'm assuming.
It's Flag Day.
It's Flag... Oh my god, Flag Day!
Yeah. How do you have
So...
Flag Day?
And so that means NaNoWriMo is starting... Nope, just kidding. That means Camp NaNoWriMo is starting in just 2 weeks. Erin is super excited.
I am.
Because she doesn't participate. And so she just likes to watch the chaos.
Exactly. I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Is it something you think about doing?
I thought about doing it, but then I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing it again. But
Yay! Maybe we can get her to do it. So Camp NaNoWriMo, for those of you who don't know, it is a more personalized version of NaNoWriMo, which is when you write an entire book in the month of November. Mm-hmm. Crazy. Who does that? Some people.
Right?
I don't know. And so,
apparently.
And so Camp NaNoWriMo, you can set your own goals. It's much more doable. I still managed to fail last month because I am not good with self-control.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I did write, I think it was about 23,000 words, so...
That's a lot.
That's what I thought.
I call that a success.
Yeah, it's all garbage though. Oh, that's one of
the
rules.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we haven't gotten to the rules yet.
So today, to prep for Camp NaNoWriMo, we thought we would do a little game. Except, as you can see, we are drinking wine. We have made this...
I don't know how wide the shot goes.
We have made a basket of questions. Each of us put in half questions. Oh, that's another rule. If you mess up your speech.
Oh yeah, if you mess up your speech, then you have to drink.
So we each made about 12 questions each that we are going to ask each other. We're going to pick it out of our nice little Easter basket here.
So 24 total.
Yes. I don't know if we'll get through all of it. I don't know if my camera battery will last that long. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we get to some good ones. To make it more interesting, and because we are over the age of 21, we have made it a drinking game. And so the rules are as follows. Number 1. Every time you doubt your writing ability or things you have written, you take a drink. Number 2. Erin's gonna see how bad I do filming. I cut out so many things.
Pause. She's gonna cut out that long pause.
I will. They're gonna be like, what pause?
What
pause?
I'm
perfect.
You're gonna make me look stupid.
Have you watched my bloopers video?
I don't think I have.
Oh my god, we're gonna watch that after this
Okay.
too. It's so funny. I watch it all the time. It's really weird. Number 2.
2.
You're doing really good.
2. Thanks.
Every time you mess up your words or stumble over your words, you take a drink. As you can see, this is a rule that is going to get worse as the game goes. Number 3. If the asker of the question starts to answer the question themselves, you take a drink. So basically...
Which is going to happen
it's gonna
every
happen
time.
all the time. So we're going to ask a question to the other person and get their answer instead of us both answering the question because we thought that would take a really long time. You just ask them, but chances are you're going to start to answer yourself, and it's funny.
It's funny.
Oh, that's all the rules. I thought there was another one, but there's not. Number 4, have fun. Okay,
that one out.
wear loud earrings so you bother the person next to you. Okay, oh, I haven't really introduced Erin.
Hey.
So this is Erin. She is my best friend of 24 years. Yes, we are 24, so figure it out.
I'm 25, so.
Oh.
Because I was older than you. I'm older.
Yeah, a little bit. And we met, well, where did we meet?
We met in daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 2 months, no, was I, yeah, 2 months old. I was going to say, was I 2 months or 8 weeks? Those are the same thing. But yes, so we met that young, and we've been friends ever since. And that's about how it goes.
Yeah, that's sums it up.
So we're like really close, like we know each other's secrets. I don't actually have secrets. Do I have a secret?
I'm sure. Well, I wouldn't know because you've told me all of them, so.
I feel like I'm not a very
Probably.
secretive person. I'm really
No.
bad with other people's secrets.
I mean, I'm sure there's things you don't keep a secret, but you just don't go out and tell
Broadcast,
everyone
yeah.
about it. Yeah, so stuff like that I
like
know
that
about.
tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Did you wink too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I have all these points that we haven't even started the game yet. We're probably like 10 minutes in. This is not going to go well. So we've both been writing for a few years now. I mean, I've been writing since I learned to write, because that's what writing is. That wasn't very funny. Haley, cut that part out. But
oh my God.
We started writing more seriously, I would say halfway through college. I don't know about you. I feel like it was around the same time because we got like got
it was. It really was.
Yeah, we like encouraged each other.
Yeah, stuff like friendship, stuff like that.
And she has been the only person, maybe there's like one other person I send it to, but the only person I know that has been reading what I'm currently working on. And Erin, what do you think of it so far? There's only one right thing.
It is fantastic.
That's what I thought.
No, it's true. It is very good. I am very impressed with what I've read so far. Honest to God.
I think she did that
or
backwards.
whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever belief I have.
It's a mystery. Story time.
I'm not telling you. So.
And I have read her works as well, and they're better than mine.
Oh, stop.
No, she actually is a better writer than me, so... She can write poetry, and she could read, like, hard books. Oh, I already asked you that. I even put, would you consider doing camp this year?
There you go.
You want to pack up, go to camp?
What does that say?
Will you do camp?
Will I do camp? I don't know. I said I'll think about it, but I'm not committing at this moment in time.
Well, we are going camping in July.
We are?
Yeah, so that part's true. We're going to do Camp NaNoWriMo at a campground. The campground.
Acadia.
I can never get it right. We are going to Acadia National Park in Maine this July, so stay tuned for that. If that's the only video you watch, I mean, my feelings won't be hurt, but they'll be hurt.
I swear.
Alright, so shall we get started then? Alright, who goes first? Well, rock, paper, scissors it.
Oh, I always lose.
Because you always do scissors first.
You always do rock. Why don't
Because I know you love scissors.
It's great.
Wait, so who goes then? We didn't establish who the winner means.
So you won. So you pick first?
Yeah, and I know what question I want to ask first.
No.
Well, it's going to be the title of the video, so I have to make sure it asks. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, mystery random picking. Oh, I dropped it. Mysterious random picking. Question number 1. Why do you write?
That's a great question. I'm glad you randomly picked that out of the basket. I write... Wait, isn't there another question like that?
We don't know. It's random.
I write because I like it. And, I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you're younger, you write in like I don't know, a lot of people don't, like write in a diary, and it helps, I don't know, it feels really natural when it comes out. It's some things you can't always say, so I feel like writing, you can kind of create things that you're feeling or like imagining about. And I know that I have a very active imagination, and so does Haley as well. And so I feel like writing is just a great way to express myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to answer this one too, because this is the important question and the title of this video. Why do I write? You know, you'd think because I wrote this question I'd have the answer in mind. Someone asked me this a couple months ago, and that's where I first got the idea. It was just like on Twitter or something, or maybe it was NaNoWriMo, I don't know. And it was a good question. It was something I never really thought about before. I think for me, I also like have, like you mentioned, an imagination and like we're on question 1, Erin. It's something that like I always am telling myself stories, and I think the biggest reason though is I saw how much of an impact it can make, and like I've always had these like I hope anyway, I have like an open mind and not judgmental and like
you definitely do.
Thanks. And kind of like an optimistic view in life.
That was loud.
Even though, like, you know, when, you know, bad things happen to you, blah, 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 overcoming things, blah, blah, blah. And so I remember when I first read Harry Potter, realizing how much of a difference it made, even though it was like a silly children's book. And I always wanted to do something that could help people and that I could share my views with. And I just was like, hey, this is a great way to do it. You're telling a fun story. You're escaping your life for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's why. It's not really a compact reason. I'm not good with speaking. I'm good with
That was a great answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Erin gets
Oh, I get to pick this time? Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to randomly pick mine. What writing spot do you feel gives you the most inspiration?
I actually write in a lot of different areas. Like, I think every day I kind of pick somewhere different. I don't do the same day twice. I'll like write at the kitchen table or write on the couch or sometimes write in the bedroom, but I try not to because I want the bed to be a place to fall asleep, because sometimes I've had trouble falling asleep before, not the point. Or sometimes I write at the desk. Honestly, it's really not like one location. It's more of like the headspace I'm in. So when I sit down to write, I go on YouTube, I put in nature sounds. So sometimes it depends on the weather. Like if it's sunny like today, I'll put in like birds chirping. Or if it's raining, I'll put in like rainy, because I like want the mood to match.
Yeah.
And so I put my earphones in even if I'm alone, and I just like create this like headspace. So really it doesn't matter where I'm sitting, which I guess is a good thing because then I'm not reliant on that.
So it's more of an environment you create yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's an environment I create, which is good because I move around a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was a good answer.
Good answer! Now my turn.
Oh, my turn.
If you could pick any published author, alive or dead, to be your critique partner, so like critique your work, who would you pick?
My critique partner?
I guess not partner, but like you don't have to critique their work, but to like go over
my
first
stuff?
draft or whatever. Yeah.
Is Alive or Dead?
Alive or Dead.
Alive or Dead. Ooh, that's hard. Because there's so many great writers out there.
It'd also be really scary for a great writer, I think, to like...
Yeah, it would be. I would be like, please don't read it. Please don't. Well, the first one that comes to mind is Stephen King. Just because, I mean, he's so talented, and I don't know, his book on writing, I just feel like we both have a connection with that book. I just feel like he gives a lot of great advice on how a writer, especially starting off, can write.
It's like he gets both like the artistic side and the grammatical.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he would be the first person that I would think of that he would be able to analyze all parts of it. And he's alive, so that's a bonus.
So Stephen King, if you want to check out Erin's work, send her an email.
Yeah.
And
Hit me up.
Good answer.
Edit that out, please. I don't want to say that's just Stephen King.
Stephen King.
What is the last book that made you cry? Unless you don't have a heart and it never made you cry. No pressure.
I'm trying to think the last books I've read, because I usually tear up at scenes. I would say the last book that really made me cry, and it's funny because we just talked about him, is Bag of Bones by Stephen King.
Oh.
You should read that one.
Yeah, I haven't read that one.
It's so good. It is my favorite Stephen King book. The Stand was my favorite for a very long time, but Bag of Bones, it's a romance, drama, ghost story, but it's very much like a tragedy as well.
Yeah.
I cried so much reading that book, and I read it in like 2 days, and it's a very long book, but I just couldn't stop reading it. And he just really, it's basically about a widow who loses his spouse very suddenly, and like it causes him to have writer's block, and so he's like trying to battle his own inner demons. And then of course there's real demons because he's Stephen King.
Yeah.
But like he talks about losing a spouse in a very real way, which is interesting. Like Stephen King's never lost a spouse, he's never even been divorced.
Yeah.
But you can tell he really has empathy for that, and like, he did a good job, and it's very heartbreaking, but good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm gonna say the last one that made me cry because I want to.
Drink up, breaking the rules.
The last book that I read that really made me cry was The Time Traveler's Wife.
I haven't read that.
It's such a great book. Yeah. It's so great, and it's one of those ones where I saw the movie first, and then I read the book, and they have a lot of similarities, but the book, just the way that she describes it, it just really hit me. The way that she writes is
Yeah, I hope
great.
I'm that good.
Yeah.
Oh, is that doubting? It's a dream.
No, a goal isn't doubting, I don't think.
That's true. Stephen King's definitely like my biggest inspiration because he also is really
Oh, you're trying to be Stephen King's favorite now?
Question number, who knows? What's the first thing you remembering, Erin, really? What's the first thing you remember writing about that has stuck with you?
I actually do have an answer for this one. I think was in like 7th or 8th grade. We had to write about like a fairy tale. We had to like make our own version of it. And mine was about Beauty and the Beast. And I was so proud of myself because it was the first time that I actually wrote like a short story that I remember.
And like finished and everything?
Yeah. I think it may have taken place at camp. Beauty and the Beast at camp.
I'd read it.
What will you be working on for Camp NaNoWriMo?
Everybody knows already. The same project I was working on last time, so I didn't finish.
Great question.
Yeah. I plan, I'm just going to say this for everyone, I plan on finishing my first draft on my birthday, July 31st.
What?
That's like my birthday present to myself.
And to the world.
And so I'm working really hard to write enough now so that I can write the rest. Like, I want to at least be halfway done before July 1st, but it's hard. But no, I'm definitely cranking it out more now than I wrote the most Camp NaNoWriMo last time, but I'm still cranking it out. Because that just would be awesome. That is my goal, and that's what I will be working on.
That's a great goal.
And
it's a person outside.
someone just got flowers. Oh, that's cute.
No, they're meant to come over here.
Yeah, I'm over here.
We're looking. I was gonna turn around for a second.
Oh, because the window's open.
Yeah.
Name one author you have always wanted to read more of.
Great question.
Okay, because we're being weird about it. My camera shut off. We already answered this question, but Erin's going to answer it again.
After I see it again. For me, that would be Agatha Christie. Yes.
Fantastic.
It's weird saying it all again.
I know.
Yeah, so I've already read probably like 4 or 5 of her books, but it's just one of those things where I've always wanted to read more, but I just never have. She's such a talented writer, and
the best mystery author of all time.
Yes.
So, you said you were unsure if you were going to read it before the movie or not, because the movie's coming out and it looks so amazing.
The Murder on the Orient Express.
Murder. Oh yeah.
You didn't say what it was.
But you do. We just read each other's minds. Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express is coming out.
That's right. It is. It's coming out that day.
I have a strong feeling that they're going to do the same ending. So, I mean, I obviously won't say. But the book ending is very surprising. And it's just like...
Yeah, I've heard that.
All of her endings are super surprising. Like, you can
Yeah.
never figure out. Like, she's just really good that way.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, definitely one of her... Some people say her best book.
Do I want to be more surprised by the book, or do I want to be more surprised by the movie?
I think the movie is going to be so good that, quite frankly, if you watch the movie, if you read the book, you're not going to be as wowed. Like, I think it wouldn't be that exciting.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
but
I'll
I still
have to-
think you should watch the movie and be surprised, because that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Like, just don't worry about the book so much. Great advice.
Yeah, great advice.
Good answer.
For authors, yeah. Do you prefer writing on paper or computer, and why?
Computer by a long shot, because I make many mistakes and I change my mind about things all the time. But I always plan on paper. So like I outline on paper, I write my notes down on paper, and that way I visualize it.
So, I mean, obviously for writing a book, it makes sense to use a computer because it's a lot faster, it's a lot more effective. But for me personally, writing poetry, obviously it's going to be a lot shorter. So I feel like naturally I'm more creative. It flows easier when I'm handwriting. Next question.
Next question.
Do you have a favorite drink or food to have when you write?
I usually am sipping water. I sometimes do tea, but tea lately has been giving me a headache, which is sad. I don't snack though, even though I want to so bad.
Yeah.
But that's because I personally, we're getting real personal. I've been trying to cut out snacking just because I have a tendency to not stop. I just can't. And so if I were to sit down and like have a habit of snacking while I write, I would just be snacking all the time.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to be healthier. I'm trying to be more aware of like being in the moment when I'm eating, so I'm not just mindlessly eating.
Right.
This answer is getting really deep, but
It is.
so when I write, I don't snack because I don't want to build that habit.
That's good.
Yeah. Even though it's hard because I see online people like have really yummy snacks and it makes me want to snack. But I I mean, you've been here. I don't have snacks in the house. Like,
right.
Because if I have a box of Cheez-Its, I will eat the whole box of Cheez-Its.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I just literally don't buy snacks. That's my sad answer. Good answer.
This is my life.
I just want Cheez-Its.
I just wanted to know what you ate when you wrote.
I turned into a deep
This is my life.
Oh, this is mine.
Okay.
Also, look at this paper. So
I definitely got
cute.
bit in the neck by something because it really itches.
What?
A vampire.
Have we no bugs in the house?
I don't know.
There used to be a fire alarm there, and it's not. The end.
Is there a fire alarm in this place?
Yes.
Oh, it's over there.
Our fire alarms went off a couple weeks ago and wouldn't stop, and we were afraid we were having like carbon monoxide poisoning. Turns out one of them just had a bad battery because we replaced all the batteries, and so if one goes off, the whole this apartment goes off, not our neighbors, thankfully. But so we had to replace all the batteries because we didn't know which one was bad.
Oh, great.
The end. That's my story. Question number. What? Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one. I wrote this one. So.
Don't interrupt yourself.
What would be your measure of success in making it in the writing industry?
Ooh, good. I was hoping I'd
And
get
this is like
one.
a question I think celebrities or any successful person, they get all the time. Like, when did you consider you had made it, basically?
Yeah. Obviously fame and fortune. I feel like the whole point of writing is to try to affect as many, not necessarily as many people as possible, but to have people understand you more. And like I mentioned earlier, writing is a way to express yourself. And I totally just lost my train of thought. If people read it, and there's at least a handful of people that it's something that they can relate to, or it makes them feel something, hopefully positive. That's all I really want. One of the things that I love about like reading and writing is that like you can read Shakespeare and hundreds of years ago, and it's stuff that's relatable to today.
It makes
like
you realize people haven't really changed that much. Like language changes, whatever.
And I feel like it connects us so much.
Definitely.
And people don't really understand that, and they're like, a lot of people think Shakespeare, like, forget about it, like, this was hundreds of years ago, like, it has nothing to do with my life today. But it really does. I mean, obviously a lot of it's way over dramatic and whatever, but I mean, when it comes to the little things, it's really not that different from stuff that someone writes today. And just having that basic connection with another person, I feel like is hard, especially in this stage. I'm getting really deep right now.
No, I like it. Yeah.
But
So
I don't
your
know.
idea is like
Connecting with people,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's the whole point of writing in the English, well, not just English, in any language, is to be able to connect with more people than you already have.
Honestly, like, I feel like the moment, like, if I hopefully ever get published, hopefully ever blah, 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 like, if I ever got, like, a fan letter or something, or an email saying that they'd read my book, like, that would, oh my god, I would just cry, and I would print it out and frame it. Like, that'd be so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even when I just get, like, YouTube comments, like, I get really nice comments. I've never gotten a mean comment. I've gotten dislikes before, but that makes me laugh. But yeah, like, even just a nice comment saying, like, you enjoyed watching, or you thought it was funny, or I thought it was helpful, like, that makes me so happy, because it's like, I'm doing what I love, and the fact that someone is appreciating it or thinks, like, I'm a contribution, it's just...
Right, yeah.
It's really cool. And, like, I don't get that many views, obviously, but, like...
Until this video.
Yeah, but, like, I think this is, like, a weirdly exciting part. Like, I plan on doing this for a long time. Like, I love making videos.
Right.
I love talking about my passions and stuff. And I kind of like these beginning stages, because each subscriber really means something to me. And, like, when one of you guys subscribe, I, like, go check out that channel, and I watch all your videos, too. If you didn't know that, now you know. And I subscribe back. Yeah. Definitely. And so it's like I feel really connected during this time, and like I hope I never lose that. Like, hopefully I get more subscribers, but like I hope I never lose that connection. Connection, because that's like really
big thing.
And even like if I become like a published author, like I love how J.K. Rowling she really connects with her fans still. I definitely
love
want to
her.
keep that up. So this is the end of part 1 of a 2-part series. Check back in a few days for part 2. I don't know when exactly I'll upload it. I don't know if I'll do it next week or in a couple days, so I'm really good at this.